Surreal motorcycle or princess courtroom theater frame up trial. I want to talk to you about something, but it's a very sensitive topic. I've been noticing that there's two kinds of ways of being in this world. We are now divided into two kinds of people. Ones who communicate how they feel, and ones who don't. It seems to me that the people who do not communicate how they feel have a lot more power, be it in the White House, in the arts scene, and I just want to say that the people who refuse to communicate how they feel are making it very, very difficult for the rest of us. Hear that lonesome whippoorwill sounds too blue to fly. Oh, midnight train is winding low. I'm so lonesome I could cry. Have you ever seen a night so long the time goes crying by? Oh, moon just went behind the clouds to hide her head and cry. The silence of the falling star lights up a purple sky, and then I wonder where you are, so lonesome I could cry. Diane de Prima's Revolutionary Letter number 23, with a little bit of arrogant Noland commentary interjected. A lack of faith is simply a lack of courage. One who says, I wish I could believe that, this seems broken, can't be fixed, too impossible to imagine a solution, simply means that he is a coward, is pleased to be a spectator to tragedy unfolding, is fatal, isn't aquatic, isn't aglow with possibility, pleased to be spectator on this scene where there are no spectators, where all kinds, not actually working towards imagination and reimagination, are working against it. As they lie, idly hands holded in laps, arms crossed, so fixed, holding up newspaper full of lies, wrapped around a steering wheel very tightly, one more pleasure trip, inevitably diving back into pain. Also from Diane. So babe, who says it's cool to cut and run just 'cause the house burned down? And then something I wrote as she was transitioning. Morning after Diane goes. This woman who pushed the stroller through village snow on her way to bookstore service duties. This one who took what was needed by the seed of man to fulfill her destiny as mother. This one who told of the folds in cosmic wound, which was their lover's shuffle game, and wrote in many pages the codes for women's strength. This poet who watched her love dance out the window. Ballerina twirl to pavement crush and slip out of this century. This poet retreating from the New York art war into hermitage on California's lush embrace. This alchemist deep in her books, the scholar of magic, the unafraid solitude. This poet who led without a trace of authority, was not duped out of the mystic head by so-called revolutionary feats for more jobs, more access to degrees. Didn't take, mistake, none of this for the deep. This orphan, Brooklyn, Red Hook runaway, this traveler of the star path, never once institutionalized, convening with beloved boyfriends from other centuries, who can't find someone holy enough to talk to. She taught us how they shuffle your love around, one after the next. But don't be caught in the web of them desiring you, and then you, and then you, the angel of compassion, revolutionary. Can you see us all now better than from your nursing home bed? The whole world bows to you now. And words I whispered tonight cross this whole continent. Forget you not. You picking up the frequency. Report back to us from a nearby star. Depositor of magic, midwife of sacred poetry. Disappeared sage, we bow and salute. Where's James? There he is. What's going on here? I didn't make this film if anyone wants to critique it. What's so bad about a misunderstanding? What's so bad about a misunderstanding? Traipsing with heavy grace and nowhere to put it. What's so bad about a misunderstanding? Gunshots, gunshots, gunshots. When the gods of communication descended onto this planet, initially they were thieves, crossed Hermes the wrong way, and fucked up communication wires on this planet. Never say something the person standing in front of you cannot understand. Like every word with its big letter and little letter, like the word no, capital K-N-O-W. Like each of us knows no thing. In the massacre on mystery, why did the mystic have to hide what was created in the absence of the mystic from the light? In darkness, hermetically sat, pored over the alchemical text, drawing bows from the retina into the void, lassos of halo glow from the cranial harp up into boiling heavens and down into clandestine undergrounds. Why, in secret, typewriter rooms and in charcoal wounds did their intuitive presence emanate? What did you create on the aggressive main stage that caused hermetic mystic to escape from the art wars, dog and pony show, aggressively finite? His mind was so fixed, he fixed me into it. Someone thrashing like that, you just want to hear them as they knife you. Someone afraid of mutability, afraid of truth's complexity. Someone thrashing like that, holding up academy degrees instead of white flags of peace. How does this fixed patriarchy lash into the brains of babies not yet born? The planet was predominantly understood as a wild garden upon which millions of fences had been lashed. And there was no difference between the king and every other guy. Why did alchemists, hermetic fishermen have to hide in caves, in darkness, retreated to the meditation stone, and the mystics drinking their own tears in teal beds, aware very much that those who refuse to cry will re-encircle the collective wound for centuries? He started typing on my face, and from his hand exuded a type fact that could permeate a vast number of mutations, to comprehend their fate as usually turning and spinning and rotating and spinning around and around and around and around and around and around. It was then I started to lie. I lie down in another field, traveling to the expulsion of their mind's garden, to the expulsion of their mind's asylum. far lands where you might feel compassion for the inhabitants of an unwieldy knife, tranquilize the judge with a tincture of distilled sound and a jeweled tongue, and seek a mystic unmocked, and be still of your shadow mouth, of your carnival trail and trial. I is not I. Drew a bow across a beam of white stranded light that came to my window. It reviled with the sound of a shriek. Pink fumes cut my teeth, choked the wish to speak out. Of me come thousands of emanations, magnetic, slithering to full spectrum frequency. Sometimes it's not about the words, but the shapes in the darkness without histories. A Buddhist seance passing down the street, a monk who doesn't believe in protons. Unfathomable Venus to see reflections on the cranial harp. Raw radiance, my rain block, my cell bow. Blue water for the suffering, blessed rock in the palm of the poet, encircling all things with an invisible ring of healing, crowns for the quiet, badges for the undercovers, scattered throughout the centuries, with ladders left propped behind the curtain for those taking their sweet artist time slow. Spiderwebs go falling on the archivists, assigning all things to proper time, place, color, language, library, prison cells for the time, vacuum, business men who say they can do no wrong before their births. Thank you. James Tweedy on saxophone. And thanks Bradley for having us. I don't know what this film's about. Who made this film? It looks like a train. We got a train and a train over there. Up next, we have some films with no one here to present them.